ซีดีเสียงประจำชุดวิชา10111ภาษาอังกฤษเพื่อการสื่อสารสาขาวิชาศิลปศาสตร์มหาวิทยาลัยสุโขทัยธรรมาธิราชในชุดวิชานี้มีซีดีเสียงทั้งหมดจำนวน4แผ่นสวัสดีค่ะนักศึกษาซีดีเสียงประจำชุดวิชาภาษาอังกฤษเพื่อการสื่อสารในแผ่นที่2นี้จะมีเนื้อหาและกิจกรรมฝึกปฏิบัติของหน่วยที่3ต่อจากแผ่นที่1นะคะหน่วยที่4 5 6และหน่วยที่7ถึงเรื่องที่ 7.1.5 ขอเชิญนักศึกษารับฟังและฝึกปฏิบัติกิจกรรมตามลำดับตั้งแต่หน่วยที่3เรื่องที่ 3.2.2 ได้แล้วค่ะ
3.2.6 Activities Activity 8 Word Stress Listen to the tape and decide how each word in the box is stressed. Is it stressed on the first, second, third, or fourth syllable? Make a tick in the right column. The first one is done as an example. Repeat each word after the tape when you're finished. Number 1.
Arrange.
Number 2.
Introduce.
Number 3.
Exchange.
Number 4.
Cousin.
Number 5.
Excellent.
Number 6.
Pleasure.
Number 7.
Terrific.
Number 8.
Terrible.
Number 9.
Absolutely.
Number 10.
Recipe.
Number 11.
Salad.
Number 12.
Exaggerating.
Activity 9. Social English. We say certain things at certain times. B. Listen to the tape to check your answers. When do we say these things? Practice saying them. Number 1.
Hello, Mike.
Hi, Larry. Number 2.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. Number 3.
How do you do?
How do you do? Number 4.
Good morning.
Good morning. Number 5.
Good night.
Sleep well. Number 6.
Bless you.
Thanks. Number 7.
Excuse me.
Yes, can I help you? Number 8.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks. Same to you. Number 9.
Make yourself at home.
That's very kind. Thank you. Number 10.
Thank you very much indeed.
Not at all. Don't mention it. Activity 10. Small talk. Match each statement or question in A with its response in B. Then listen to the tape to check your answers. Practice saying them. Notice the intonation of each sentence. Number 1.
What's your town like?
It's quite modern and big. It has a population of about 250,000. Number 2.
Do you like swimming?
Yes, I do. Number 3.
Have you got any brothers or sisters?
No, I'm the only child. Number 4.
Did you have a good flight?
Yes, but it was a bit too long and tiring. Number 5.
It's a lovely day today.
Yes, it's really beautiful. Number 6.
What do you do, Anne?
I work in a bank.
Number 7.
Why are you learning English?
Because I need it for my job. Number 8.
What kind of music do you like?
Country music is my favorite. Number 9.
What do you do in your free time?
I listen to music, especially pop music. Number 10.
How long have you lived in Thailand?
For about 3 years.
Activity 11. Socializing at a birthday party. Complete the following conversation with appropriate words or phrases from the list. Then listen to the tape to check your answers. Jane White is holding a birthday party at her house. She has invited some friends.
Happy birthday, Jane. I hope I didn't get here too late.
Oh, not at all, George. Come on in. The party has just started.
Here is a small gift for you, Jane. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Let me introduce you to my parents first before you join our friends.
That's a good idea.
George, I'd like you to meet my father and my mother. Mom and Dad, this is George, my friend. George is an engineer.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. White. It's nice to meet you.
Good evening, George. It's nice to meet you too. Please make yourself at home.
Thank you.
All our friends are sitting over there. Let's join them, shall we?
Hey George, come and join the group.
Hi, everyone. I believe you're all having a good time.
We certainly are, George. But the happiest person tonight must be Jane, our birthday girl. Is that right, Jane?
I guess so. By the way, can I get you something to drink, George?
I'll have white wine, please, if you have it.
We sure do. Here you go.
Thanks, Jane.
Thank you all for coming. It was really fun.
Actually, we have to thank you for a lovely evening and a wonderful meal.
Happy birthday to you once again, Jane. Thanks for the party.
We'll be seeing you on Monday. Good night.
Thank you and good night, Jane.
Good night, everyone. See you all on Monday.
Three point 3. Please keep in touch. 3.3.2. Presentation. Arin has not seen Paul since the study group's party. At the party, she promised to keep in touch and email Paul her potato salad recipe. So she calls him to check if he has received it. She also talks to him about other things. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hello, John Paul. How have you been since we met last time?
I'm okay, thanks. I'm afraid I've been quite busy writing the units for the university's coursebooks. And what about you, Arin?
Not too great, I'm afraid. I'm very busy myself, too. I'm studying and working at the same time. I must admit that it's not easy at all to be a full-time worker as well as a distance learner.
I know how hard it is. Keep your spirits up. Nothing can be beyond your strong will.
Thanks for your encouragement. By the way, have you received the potato salad recipe I emailed you last week?
Yes, I have. I got it with no problem at all. Thank you very much. But to tell you the truth, I haven't tried to cook it myself yet.
Oh, one more thing. My friend in Chiang Mai asked me for advice about taking a master's degree course in computer graphics design in the UK. She wanted to know which university she should attend. I don't know much about it, so I suggested that she should talk to you. Actually, I already gave her your telephone number. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, of course not. I'll be glad to give her any assistance.
Thank you, John Paul. Goodbye for now, and I'll be in touch.
Take care, Arin. Goodbye. Paul receives a long-distance phone call from Rasamiwat, Arin's friend in Chiang Mai. Here is their conversation. Good morning. Can I help you?
Good morning, Ajahn Paul. I'm calling from Chiang Mai. May I first introduce myself? I'm Rasamiwat Pornpen, Arin's friend. She has given me your name and telephone number.
Oh, I see. Arin has already mentioned you to me. I'm afraid I couldn't quite catch your name. Although I have been in Thailand for quite some time, I still find most Thai names quite difficult to say.
Oh, it's Rasamiwat.
How do you spell that, please?
It's R-A-S-M-I-W-A-T, Rasamiwat.
All right, I got it now. Well, what can I do for you, Rasamiwat?
I heard that you're from England, and I'm interested in furthering my studies there. Could you give me some advice on where I should go?
Well, that depends on your area of study. It's a master's degree, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I like to study computer graphic design. Do you know which university is famous for this area?
I heard that the University of Exeter is quite popular. However, if you have computer access, I suggest you do the internet search. I'm sure you'll get a lot of information. You can try any of the search engines like AltaVista, Yahoo, and especially Google.
Pardon me? I didn't quite hear the last one. Did you say Google? Google?
Yes, that's right. You should be able to find a lot of information on different courses and universities. You should survey for as much information as you can before you make any decision. The internet is now one of the best information resources.
Thank you very much, Ajahn Paul, for your advice. Even though I don't have a computer of my own, I definitely stop by an internet cafe somewhere in town. Thank you again.
Don't mention it. I'm glad to be of some help.
Whenever you have a chance to visit Chiang Mai, please let me know in advance. I'll show you around. Please keep in touch.
Of course I will. It's always nice to have a connection.
I agree. And that's why we have a chance to talk to each other at the moment. I know now how important networking can be.
Goodbye and good luck to you, Rasamiwat.
Thank you and goodbye, Ajahn Paul.
You're welcome, Rasamiwat.
Three 3.3.5.3 Listening and Speaking Intonation
ทำนองเสียงมีความสำคัญในการออกเสียงประโยคภาษาอังกฤษนักศึกษาควรหมั่นฝึกฟังและพูดประโยคภาษาอังกฤษโดยเรียนแบบเจ้าของภาษาจนสามารถพูดได้เป็นธรรมชาติและคล่องแคล่วขณะที่ฟังประโยคต่างๆควรสังเกตการแบ่งวรรคตอนคำที่ได้รับการเน้นเสียงตลอดจนการใช้เสียงต่ำหรือเสียงสูงท้ายประโยคด้วยขอให้ฟังตัวอย่างการออกเสียงประโยคต่อไปนี้จากเทป
Number 1
I study at Sukhothai Thammathirat Open University, or STOU.
Number 2
Thank you for a wonderful evening.
Number 3
Where do you live?
Number 4
How about going to a movie tonight?
Number 5
Do you live far from your office?
Number 6
Bill works here, doesn't he?
Three 3.3.6 Activities Activity 12 Intonation Listen to these sentences and repeat after the tape. Number 1
How have you been since we met last time?
Number 2
Not too great, I'm afraid.
Number 3
Keep your spirits up.
Number 4
Thanks for your encouragement.
Number 5
Good morning. Can I help you?
Number 6
What can I do for you?
Number 7
May I first introduce myself?
Number 8
How do you spell that, please?
Number 9
Pardon?
Number 10
Could you speak more slowly, please?
Number 11
It's a lovely day, isn't it?
Number 12
Can you say that again, please? Unit 4. A visit outside Bangkok. เรื่องที่ 4.1.2 Presentation. Listen to the conversation and do the following. 1. Fill in the missing parts. 2. Work on the presentation activities that follow. Situation. Pete is taking his students on a field trip to Phetchaburi. This group of students has been assigned to produce a travel brochure about Phetchaburi. Gorn's auntie, Mrs. Napa, who is an English teacher at a high school in the province, has offered to show them around. She has already met everybody except Kathy, Pete's friend from America. The coach will stop to pick her up at Khao Yai. Then they'll have sandwiches for their breakfast on the coach. There is a rule. No one is allowed to speak Thai during the trip.
Where are we now, Gorn?
We are passing Samut Sakhar now.
Oh, look at both sides of the highway. What are those piles of white stuff?
That's salt. People in this area extract salt from seawater.
How?
First, they draw seawater onto their farmland and let the water evaporate, leaving behind crystals of salt on the farmland. Then, they gather the salt into big piles. Next, they pack it into various sizes of plastic bags, ready for sale.
Look, there are bags of salt lying on both sides of the highway. Are those for sale?
Yes, that's right.
How do they get water onto their farmland?
They use pumps. Look, there's one in operation. Before they used windmill made of mats.
Mats?
That's right. Mats made of dried leaves. Well, I don't know what kind of leaves. Maybe the leaves from a kind of palm. The leaves were dry in the sunlight after they were cut down from a tree. Then they were woven into big pieces of mats. Next, the mat were cut into chips and the edge was sewn. Then pieces of mats were assembled into windmill. Ah, look, there's a traditional windmill over there.
Oh, how clever.
Many years ago, this area was full of mat windmills. It was such a beautiful sight that tourists passing this way could not help stopping to take photos. It's a pity they have taken down almost all of them. Now, they are now using water pumps instead. They can bring water onto the land all of the time. They can produce more salt. Things have changed so quickly in the past 10 years.
Yes, and many of the changes are advantageous. New technology makes our lives better. 100 years ago, it took days to travel from one town to another. Now we can travel much faster than before.
My mom says that life at home is much more convenient and more enjoyable than 50 years ago because of new technology like microwave ovens, refrigerators, television sets, mobile phones, etc. Cooking is faster and easier than before. We can get in touch with friends easier.
Yes, but at the same time, they also cause problems, especially to the environment.
That's true, but they are more advantageous. What would life be like without all the new technology? We are used to having them now. We'd probably feel depressed without them.
I used to work as a volunteer in a village in the north of Thailand. Life there was very pleasant, even though the people there were poor and most could not afford to have even a television set or a fridge. They led a quiet and peaceful life and were generous to one another. In a city, you have all the technology, but are you really happy? Oh, the coach is taking a right turn now. Where are we now, Corn?
Not far to go. We'll probably get Khao Yai in another 15 or 20 minutes. Here we are, Khao Yai. That's Auntie Napa. She's waiting for us over there. I will go and get her.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Auntie Napa.
Napa, this is my friend Kathy from America. She's visiting Thailand for 2 weeks, so I invited her to join us.
Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
B. Listen to the dialogue again and write T in front of the statements that are true according to the dialogue, F in front of the ones that are false, and NI, no information, in front of those that are not mentioned. .1.5.3 Speaking
verb ที่เติม ed เมื่อเปลี่ยนเป็น past tense และ past participle ออกเสียงต่างๆกันดังนี้ 1. verb ที่ลงท้ายด้วยเสียง
f, k, p, sh, ch, s,
เมื่อเติม ed ต้องออกเสียงเป็น t เช่น
sniffed, walked, wrapped, finished, watched, missed, fixed.
2. verb ที่ลงท้ายด้วยเสียง
b, g, d, l, m, n, v, z, ng, v, j.
และเสียงสระทุกเสียงเมื่อเติม ed ต้องออกเสียงเป็น d เช่น
robbed, dragged, charged, filled, named, phoned, lived. Sneezed, closed, hanged, breathed, rouged, played.
3. verb ที่ลงท้ายด้วย d หรือ t เมื่อเติม ed ต้องออกเสียงเป็น it เช่น
decided, waited.
4.1.6 Activities. Activity 1. Listening and pronunciation practice. A. Listen to the tape and repeat each word.
Pump, pumps. Football, basketball, volleyball, bird, juice, card, coffee, badminton, national, international, sponsor, cap, shirt, stamp, stamps, bungalow, pipe, apple.
B. Listen to the tape and repeat each word that you hear.
Worked, walked, talked, picked, passed, watched, stopped, washed, polished, relaxed, received, lived, tried, designed, boiled, offered, opened, arrived, played, stayed, handed, loaded, sorted, decided, fermented, painted, pointed, needed, indicated, related.
Activity 6. Talking about past activities. A. Listen to Nakom telling his friend what he did last summer. Make a tick under each picture that describes what he did, a cross under the ones he did not do, and a question mark under the ones that are not mentioned. What's your plan for this summer?
I haven't got any plan yet. Maybe I'll do what I did last summer.
What did you do?
I went to stay on my uncle's farm in Ratchaburi, and I really had a great time. Early in the morning I got up and fed the animals on the farm. I never slept late because the air is really fresh in the early morning. Then I went jogging for half an hour and came back for breakfast. Then sometimes I went fishing with my uncle.
Did you go mountain climbing at all?
I never did. I prefer fishing because I can read while fishing.
What about cycling? That's your favorite sport.
Well, I did something more interesting than that. Horse riding. It's really fun to ride a horse. When it was hot and humid, I went for a swim in the river near my uncle's house, after I helped digging or watering the flowers in my aunt's garden. I felt that 2 weeks were too short for me. What about you, Ari? (4.2) Then and now. 4.2.2 Presentation. Listen to the following conversation and do the following. Number 1. Fill each blank with the words you hear. Number 2. Do the presentation activities that follow. Situation. Now Aunt Napa is taking the study group to the palaces in Phetchaburi.
Our first stop will be at Khao Wang, a hill with a palace on top of it. That's how this hill got its name. This palace belonged to our late King Rama IV. It is one of the most beautiful palaces of our late kings. King Rama IV used to come and stay here for a change once a year. There are several buildings. The main building is the largest one, and it is now a museum. Each room is decorated and furnished as it used to be during his lifetime. His Majesty's bedroom is at the back part of the building. It is not very large. Inside it, you will see his bed standing there as it used to be. Also, there are 4 more rooms, a dining room, a living room, a bathroom, and a toilet. The living room is a big hall where he received his visitors. It is fully furnished as it used to be.
Do we have to walk up the hill to the palace?
Well, that's one way to go up there. Now there are 2 cable cars that take us up and down the hill. Here we are. Let's get off and buy a ticket for a ride to the palace. Here's the palace. Let's look inside the main building first. The official guide will show you around and give you a thorough explanation about everything.
Look at this notice. It says the buildings are closed for repairs. How unlucky.
Then why don't we look around outside?
Good idea.
All the buildings are really beautiful. They all look different.
Here's the main building where the king and the prince stayed. There's the monastery, and the building used to be King Rama IV's observatory. He was an astronomer.
Let's go down to the coach now. We'd better visit another palace, Wang Ban Pun, which was built in European style.
Yes, let's.
This is Wang Ban Pun. The official name is Praram Rachanivet.
This is still in the town center. There is only one building, but it looks gorgeous. There's a fountain in front of the building too. Shall we take photos before going inside?
What a good idea.
This palace is now looked after by the military. When we go inside through the back door, we'll come up to a big hall with winding stairs that lead up to the second level. The rooms up there are not furnished, but the walls and the pillars are very beautiful. They are decorated with carved woods and brass. The window panes have beautiful and colorful designs.
Time's running out. How about going to the beaches next?
Fine. Shall we go to Phuc Tien Beach first? It's rather near here.
That's a good idea. Oh, look at those buildings. They were not there when I last came to visit you.
That was more than 10 years ago, Corn.
You see, Pete, there used to be very small blocks of commercial buildings at that spot. Now there's a number of newly constructed restaurants and shops. Phetchaburi had greatly changed. It used to be sparsely populated in that area, but now it is rather crowded and quite busy. Oh, there's a department store here, too. I'm sure the beaches must have changed quite a lot. I used to come to stay with Auntie Napa during the summer break. When I was young, my friends and I cycled to the Hat Buk Tien almost every afternoon. The beach was very beautiful and clean. It was not very crowded then. I wonder what it will be like now.
Wait and see. We'll get there in 10 minutes.
I read from a travel brochure that Cha'am is the most beautiful beach in Petchbury.
But it's sad to say that all the beaches are now having environmental problems. They are getting dirtier and dirtier.
I wish people would be more careful about the environment so that nature can be maintained forever.
Activity 10. Use to. A. Use the cues and brackets to answer the questions you hear on the tape. Then write the questions and answers on the lines provided. Use used to where possible. Number 1.
How did you go up to the palace?
Number 2.
Are there a lot of tourists at Wang Ban Boon?
Number 3.
Do you go to Cha'am very often?
Number 4.
Is the beach dirty?
Number 5.
Have you ever been to Hua Hin?
B. Now listen again and write the questions and your answers on the lines provided. Number 1.
How did you go up to the palace?
Number 2.
Are there a lot of tourists at Wang Ban Boon?
Number 3.
Do you go to Cha'am very often?
Number 4.
Is the beach dirty?
Number 5.
Have you ever been to Hua Hin? Activity 11. Describing places. Match what Bipat says in the left column to Arin's responses in the right one. Then do the following. 1. Listen to the dialogue and repeat after the tape. 2. Take Arin's part. Listen to Bipat on the tape and respond to him. 3. Take Pipat's role. After each statement, wait for Arin's response on the tape. Number 1. Do you know where Gorn lives?
He lives on Walai 1 Street.
Number 2. Does he? I went to look for his house yesterday and couldn't find it. I found Nop's instead.
You are on the wrong street. Nop's house is on Walai 2 Street, but Gorn's is on Walai 1. It has a brown fence around it. Oh, there's a big plant pot beside the gate, too.
Number 3. Oh, I see. What color is the house?
It's light green. It has a small garden on the right side and a big mango tree on the left.
Number 4. Well, I saw one green house, but I didn't see a mango tree. There was a bird cage under the balcony above the front door.
Oh, this house is the last one on the street. There's a supermarket opposite it.
Number 5. I see. I'll try again tomorrow. Thank you.
You can't miss it this time if you're on the right street.
Unit 5. Facing the Challenge. Activity 6. Check the answers in Activity 5 and the answer keys and practice speaking each part of the dialogue after the tape. Situation. Gorn is giving a party at his house for international students. Dialogue A. Getting to know each other.
Hello, I'm Sam from LA. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Fine.
Have you been to many places in Thailand already?
Yeah, we've been to Samui.
I don't think you've met Tup Tim. Tup Tim, this is Sam. Sam, this is Tup Tim.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What do you study, Tab Tim?
I study education. And you?
Oh, I study computer science.
Is it cold where you're from?
No, not at all. Very much like Thailand.
Did you like football, Sam?
Yes, but not as much as baseball.
I don't believe we've met. I am Andy from London.
Nice to meet you, Andy.
Dialogue B. Small talk.
Can I get you something to drink, Ajahn Tanya?
That would be nice. Thank you. Hi, Andy.
Hello, Ajahn Tanya. Nice to meet you.
How was your trip to Wat Phra Kaew last week, Andy?
Sorry, I couldn't catch what you just said. My trip to...
Wat Phra Kaew, the temple of the Emerald Buddha at the Grand Palace.
Oh, yes. Very beautiful. Magnificent. I went to Ayutthaya too.
Ayutthaya was the Thai capital about 200 years ago. It was so beautiful that when King Rama I built Bangkok, he had the building styles duplicated from Ayutthaya.
Dialogue C. Discussion on education.
What do you think of distance learning?
I think it's very useful for those who can't afford to go to regular classrooms.
I agree. I think that distance education provides more opportunities for people.
I think so too. Take me, for example. I work and study at the same time.
But for me, when I have a problem, I don't know where to do.
I think you should call your teachers and ask them, or ask your friends.
Yes, the university also provides tutorial sessions where you can go ask teachers about study problems.
Activity 8. Describing places. Irene took Mr. White to visit her hometown in Ayutthaya. She took him to Chao Phraya Kaew National Museum. Irene explains to Mr. White. A. Listen to her and fill in the missing words. B. Underline all the passive verb forms in this script. C. Circle all the adjectives in this script.
This museum is a particularly interesting museum, representing all styles of Thai art. It was named after King Baromaraja II of the Ayutthaya period. The prang or pagoda of Wat Ratchaburana was dug up and numerous Buddha images were discovered, and people donated money for these Buddha images. Proceeds from these donations were used to set up this museum. The museum was named after the original name of King Baromaraja II, who had Wat Ratchaburana built. His original name was Chao Phraya. Chao is a title for prince or princess. It is the first museum in Thailand that introduced a new form of exhibition up to international standards. It provides sufficient space and excellent lighting techniques.
Unit 6, 9 to 5. 6.1. Using the telephone. 6.1.2. Presentation. Today is August 20th. Arin works at the Administration Department at the Thai American Chamber of Commerce. Listen to the 3 telephone conversations and do as directed. Dialogue 1. Arin is calling Mr. William Johnson at ABC Corporation. Listen and fill in the details of Mr. Johnson's appointments in his diary as if you were Mr. Johnson.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Johnson. This is Arin from the Thai American Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, Arin. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Fine.
I'm calling about Mr. Timothy's visit next month.
Oh, yes. We are having dinner with him on the 4th, aren't we?
Yes. I already made a reservation at the Thai restaurant of the Regency Hotel.
Hold on. Let me jot it down in my diary. The Thai restaurant? The Regency? What time?
7:30.
7:30. Who else will be there?
Mr. Farnan, Kunrut, Susan, Mr. Smith, and me.
Good.
Mr. Timothy is also free to discuss plans for next year with you and Mr. Farnan on September 6th at 10 o'clock as you have requested.
Good. At the chamber?
Yes, at Mr. Farnden's office.
Thanks a lot, Arin.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Dialogue 2. John Smith is calling Susan Day, Arin's colleague. They all work at the Chamber of Commerce. Listen and complete the message below.
Hello, Arin speaking.
Hi, Arin. Is Susan there?
Yes, but she's on the other line right now, Kunjan. Can I take a message?
Yes, but please tell her I'd like to see her when she's free.
Yes, I'll give her the message.
Thanks. Bye.
Dialogue 3. Arin is answering a call for Susan Day. Listen and complete the table below.
Hello, Arin speaking.
Hi, can I speak to Ms. Susan Day, please? This is Robert Wilson of SKT Corporation.
I'm afraid Miss Day's in a meeting at the moment, Mr. Wilson. Would you like to leave a message for her?
Yes, please. Could you please ask her to call me? It's about her trip to New York.
Does she have your number?
Yes, I think so. But let me give it to you just in case. It's 022511526.
022511526. I'll pass a message to Miss Day.
Thanks for your help. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
.1.6 Activities. Activity 1. Listening to and telling the telephone numbers, the date and time. Listen to the tape and write down the telephone numbers, the dates and the time in the space provided. After checking your answers, listen again and repeat after the tape.
Number 1.
Extension 1247.
Number 2.
My number is 093576653.
Number 3.
October 1st.
Number 4.
October 3rd.
Number 5.
November 30th.
Number 6.
November 13.
Number 7.
November 21.
Number 8.
February 28.
Number 9.
February 20.
Number 10.
March 10, 2003.
Number 11.
6:15.
Number 12.
6:50.
Number 13.
5:05.
Number 14.
6:30.
Number 15.
20 to 2.
Number 16.
3:45.
Number 17.
1:15.
Number 18.
9:10. Activity 2. Making and answering telephone calls. Number 1.
Hello, Human Resources.
Hello, I'd like to speak to Non Nud, please. Number 2.
I'm afraid he's on holiday.
Oh, do you know when he'll be back? Number 3.
Can I take a message?
No, thank you. I'll call back later. Number 4.
Can I have your telephone number, please?
It's 094522657. Number 5.
I have a call on another line. Will you hold the line?
Yes, I'll hold. Number 6.
I'll see you tomorrow then. Goodbye.
Yes, see you. Goodbye. Activity 3. Making telephone calls. Number 1. Hello.
Can I speak to Mr. David Jefferson, please? I'm calling from SKT Corporation.
One moment, please. I'll see if he's in.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, David's in a meeting. Can I help?
Can I leave a message?
Certainly. Just a moment, let me get my pen. Number 2.
Hello.
Tom, this is Linda speaking. I'm calling about Mr. Williams' talk at our conference next month. He wants to change the time of his talk to the afternoon slot instead. He has to attend a meeting in the morning.
I'll see if Jim Danford can speak in the morning instead.
Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Bye.
Activity 4. Answering telephone calls. Listen to a series of one-sided telephone conversations and use the cues given to help you respond orally to what you hear. The first one has been done as an example. Number 1.
Hello, Ruth. This is Paul speaking.
Number 2.
Hello. I'd like to speak to Kun Arin, please.
Number 3.
Can you let me know about this tomorrow?
Number 4.
I'll contact you as soon as I can. Goodbye.
Number 5.
Can you suggest a good place where we can hold our conference next year?
Number 6.
Hello. Can I speak to Mr. Smith, please?
Number 7.
Hello. Is Kun Ruth there?
Number 8.
Yesterday, I came to see Mr. Smith, and I think I left a document at his office. Please tell Mr. Smith I'll call him again in an hour.
Activity 5. Taking a telephone message. Today is Wednesday, November 15th. There is a telephone call for Mr. John Smith at the Thai American Chamber of Commerce. Suppose you are the person answering the call. Listen to the telephone conversation and add any important information that is missing from the message.
Hello, is John Smith there?
I'm sorry, but Mr. Smith's not in right now. Would you like to leave a message for him?
Yes, please. My name is David Jones. I'm supposed to meet John on November 20th, but I'm afraid I have to cancel it. Could you please ask him to call me at the office today before 6 o'clock?
What's your telephone number, Mr. Jones?
It's 02394 5566.
I'll give Mr. Smith the message as soon as he gets back.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Activity 6. Taking a telephone message. It's 10 o'clock on Wednesday, November 15th. There's another call for John Smith. Listen to the telephone conversation and write a message as if you were the person answering the call. Try to listen to the important information: who, what, where, and when.
Hi, my name is Richard Brown. Can I speak to Mr. John Smith, please?
Mr. Smith is not in the office at the moment. Can I take a message?
Please tell him that I'll be coming to the meeting tomorrow at 9:30.
Meeting at 9:30. I'll give Mr. Smith the message, Mr. Brown.
Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Six 6.3 Office Chit-Chat. 6.3.2 Presentation. A. Listen to the conversations that take place at a food centre near the Thai American Chamber of Commerce during a lunch break. What do the people there talk about? Draw the line to match the dialogue and the topic. Do not look at the script when you do this activity. Dialogue 1. Susan Day is having lunch with Arin. Arin, have you heard about Joy?
What about her?
She's going to leave at the end of next month. She gave her notice in yesterday.
Oh, no. Why, Susan? She seems to like it here.
She's getting married to her boyfriend. You know he works at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs?
Yes, I've met him. He's a nice guy.
He's been posted to New Zealand. He wants her to go with him.
Oh, I'm so happy for Joy. I'll miss her, though. She's the sweetest person I've ever met.
Dialogue 2. Gon is greeting Arin.
Hi, Arin.
Hello, Gon. What are you doing here all by yourself?
I'm meeting a client at 1:30 at a building near here.
Let me introduce you to Susan first. Susan, this is Gon. He's in my study group at STOU. Susan's my colleague at the Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, Gon. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Susan.
Why don't you join us? Have a seat here.
Thank you.
Gon works at Siam Commercial Bank. I heard you went to Italy, Gon.
Yes, I was at our branch in Rome for a week.
Were you? A week in Rome? How exciting.
Well, it's all work and no play for me, but exciting for me, all right. When I was there, I saw a robbery.
Really? A robbery? What happened?
I was walking back to the hotel one afternoon when I saw a man. He was running out of the bank nearby with a gun in one hand and a money bag in another.
What did you do?
Nothing. I couldn't move. I just stopped and watched it. The man ran quickly into an alley and disappeared.
Dialogue 3. At a table nearby, John Smith, Ruth and Surya are sitting together. I ran into Sri the other day. Do you remember her? She used to work at the administration department.
Oh yes, we hired Arin to replace her.
Right. I remember she was the office gossip.
She was made redundant at her last place of work.
Was she? Talking about Arin, who's the guy sitting with her and Susan?
That's Gon, Arin's friend at STOU.
Are they seeing each other?
I don't think so. I think they're just friends. Activity 13. Keeping the conversation going. Listen to the exchanges from the dialogues in 6.3.2 and fill in the blanks according to what you hear. When you finish, listen again and repeat the responses. Try to use the same intonation as the speakers. Number 1. She gave in her notice yesterday.
Oh no! Why, Susan? She seems to like it here.
Number 2.
I was at our branch in Rome for a week.
Were you? A week in Rome? How exciting! Number 3.
I saw a robbery.
Really? A robbery? What happened?
Number 4.
He was running out of a bank.
What did you do? Number 5. She was made redundant.
Was she?
Activity 14. Mixed language functions. Number 1.
Did you have a good weekend?
Great. I went to Phuket.
Oh, how nice. Where did you stay?
At my parents'. They live there.
Really? I didn't know that.
Number 2.
Are you a vegetarian?
Well, not exactly. I eat seafood, but I don't eat any meat at all.
Not at all? Not even chicken?
No, I'm allergic to meat products.
Are you? I see.
Speaking of chicken, last night I dreamt that I was a chicken and I could talk. Number 3.
Have you heard the news? Montri has been promoted to Vice President in charge of marketing.
That's excellent. He really deserves it. He's done an excellent job. Unit 7. Taking the clients out.
แบบประเมินผลตนเองก่อนเรียน
3. Listen and repeat after each sentence. Then write R for the sentence with the rising tone or F for the sentence with the falling tone. Number 1.
Have you ever travelled abroad on business?
Number 2.
What sort of books do you like?
Number 3.
Would you like to look around the factory?
Number 4.
Do you think we should stay at the Empress Hotel?
Number 5.
Have you tried some Thai desserts?
Number 6.
May I see your baggage claim?
Number 7.
Is he middle-aged?
Number 8.
Can you read the timetable for me?
Number 9.
How much is the ticket?
Number 10.
Would you mind if I sat here? (7.1.2) Presentation. Arin is now the secretary to Miss Karen Chan, the Vice President for Sales and Marketing of Asian Kitchenware Company. She is going to meet Mr. and Mrs. Reynold Adamson, customers from New Zealand, at the airport. Mr. Brian Stevens, the Public Relations Supervisor, is going to join her.
Good morning, Kunarin. I'm ready to go to the airport.
Good morning. Fine, it's 10 to 3 now. Could you check if the driver is ready?
Hello, Transport Office.
Is that Kun Panya?
Yes, I am. Can I be of any help?
Kunarin has requested a transportation to Don Muang. Is the driver ready?
Yes, he's now waiting for you in the lobby.
All right. Thank you, Kun Panya.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
At the airport, Brian asks Arin what Mr. Reynold and Mrs. Lydia Adamson look like.
Kunarin, what does Mr. Adamson look like?
He's rather tall and slim. I think he has large brown eyes and brown hair.
When was the last time he visited our company?
About 2 years ago. This time it's for an investment project.
Is he middle-aged?
Not exactly. Mr. Adamson is in his early 40s.
What about his wife?
I'm not quite sure about her age, but she looks very smart. She's a nice person. Here they are. Do you see the tall couple on the right? They're walking past the exchange counter.
Oh, yes. Is Mr. Adamson in the dark blue shirt and black trousers?
Right. And the lady with wavy hair and the light brown dress is his wife.
They still look cheerful after a 12-hour journey.
Well, they were on first class. By the way, shall we meet them now?
Of course.
Arin and Brian meet Mr. and Mrs. Adamson near the entrance of the arrival hall.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Adamson. I'm Arin from Asia Kitchenware Company. I'm delighted to meet you. I hope you had a pleasant flight.
Oh, yes, we did. Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Miss Arin.
May I introduce my colleague, Mr. Brian Stevens. He's our company's public relations supervisor.
How do you do, Mrs. Adamson?
How do you do, Mr. Stevens?
How do you do, Mr. Stevens?
Arin and Brian take Mr. and Mrs. Adamson to the Empress Hotel, where they plan to stay for 1 week. Presentation activity. Listen to the dialogue again and check whether each of these statements is true or false. Write T or F in the space provided. (7.1.5) Language focus. 3. Vocabulary.
ให้นักศึกษาฟังและอ่านคำศัพท์และสำนวนที่ใช้ในการบรรยายลักษณะซึ่งสามารถแยกเป็นกลุ่มใหญ่ๆได้ดังต่อไปนี้และให้นักศึกษาสังเกตการลงน้ำหนักคำของคำ stress ที่มี2พยางค์ขึ้นไปด้วยพยางค์ที่ขีดเส้นใต้จะมีเสียงดังและสูงกว่าพยางค์อื่น
A. Appearance. 1. Face. Square.
ใบหน้าเหลี่ยม
Round.
ใบหน้ากลม
Oval.
ใบหน้ารูปไข่
long,
ใบหน้ายาว
beard, noun,
เครา
he's got a beard. Mustache, noun,
หนวด
he's got a mustache. Glasses, noun.
แว่นตา
2. Eyes, blue,
ตาสีฟ้า
brown,
ตาสีน้ำตาล
dark,
ตาสีด
small,
ำ ตาเล็ก
narrow,
ตาเรียวรี
large.
ตาโต
3. Hair, black,
ผมด
blonde,
ำ ผมสีบลอนด์
curly,
ผมหยิก
straight,
ผมตรง
short,
ผมสั้น
long,
ผมยาว
fair,
ผมสีอ่อน
bald,
ศีรษะล้าน
grey,
ผมสีเทา ผมสีดอกเหลา
shoulder length.
ผมยาวประบ่า
4. Build, thin,
รูปร่างผอมบาง
slim,
รูปร่างบาง
lean,
รูปร่างบาง
fat,
รูปร่างอ้วน
plump.
รูปร่างท้วม
5. Height, tall,
สูง
short,
เตี้ย
medium height.
สูงปานกลาง
6. Skin, fair,
ผิวขาว ผิวสีอ่อน
dark,
ผิวคล้
tanned.
ำ ผิวคล้ำแดด
7. Age, old,
แก่ สูงอายุ
young,
อยู่ในวัยหนุ่มสาว
middle-aged,
อยู่ในวัยกลางคน
in his, her early late 40s.
อายุช่วง 40 ต้นๆ หรือ 40 ปลาย
Teenager.
ๆ อยู่ในช่วงวัยรุ่น
8. Looks, good looking,
รูปร่างหน้าตาดี
attractive,
มีเสน่ห์ดึงดูด
handsome,
หน้าตาหล่อ
beautiful,
สวย
pretty,
สวย
lovely,
สวยน่ารัก
smiling,
หน้าตายิ้มแย้ม
serious,
หน้าตาเคร่งขรึม
calm.
หน้าตาสงบเฉย
B. Character,
ให้นักศึกษาฟังและอ่านคำศัพท์และสำนวนที่ใช้ในการพูดถึงบุคลิก ซึ่งสามารถแบ่งเป็น 3 กลุ่ม และศึกษาการลงน้ำหนักคำของคำที่มี 2 พยางค์ขึ้นไปด้วย พยางค์ที่พิมพ์เข้มจะมีเสียงสูงหนักและดังกว่าพยางค์อื่น
1. Positive,
คำที่มีความหมายเชิงบวก
nice,
อัธยาศัยดี
kind, helpful, generous,
ใจดีชอบช่วยเหลือ
sincere,
จริงใจ
honest,
ซื่อสัตย์
careful,
รอบคอบ
smart, clever, intelligent,
ฉลาด
warm,
อบอุ่น
reliable,
เชื่อถือได้
sensible,
มีเหตุผล
quiet,
เงียบ
calm,
สงบ
interesting,
น่าสนใจ
self-confident,
เชื่อมั่นในตนเอง
optimistic,
มองโลกในแง่ดี
patient,
อดทน
polite,
สุภาพ
tidy,
มีระเบียบ
thoughtful,
ช่างคิด
cheerful,
แจ่มใสร่าเริง
considerate.
มีความเกรงใจ
2. Negative,
คำที่มีความหมายเชิงลบ
cold,
เย็นชา
indifferent,
ไม่สนใจไม่แยแส
funny,
ไม่เข้าท่า เปิ่น ดูตลก
weird, strange,
ประหลาด แปลก
lazy,
เกียจคร้าน
nervous,
ตื่นเต้นมาก
pessimistic
มองโลกในแง่ร้าย
rude
หยาบคาย
impolite
ไม่สุภาพ
insincere
ไม่จริงใจ
3. Positive or negative
บางคำมีความหมายได้ทั้งทางบวกและลบแล้วแต่สถานการณ์และทัศนคติ
Serious
เคร่งขรึม
Imaginative
เพ้อฝันช่างคิดมีจินตนาการ
Inquisitive
สอดรู้สอดเห็นอยากรู้อยากเห็นช่างซักช่างถาม
Shy
ไม่ชอบแสดงออกอายเขิน
4. Listening Intonation
ประโยคคำถามในภาษาอังกฤษมีการขึ้นเสียงสูงและไม่ต้องขึ้นเสียงสูงชนิดที่นำหน้าด้วย WH words จะไม่ขึ้นเสียงสูง
Who does he look like? How tall is he?
ชนิดที่นำหน้าด้วย helping verbs หรือ modal auxiliaries จะขึ้นเสียงสูง
Does he look like his father?
นักศึกษาคะกิจกรรมของหน่วยที่ 7 ยังไม่จบนะคะขอเชิญนักศึกษาฟังและปฏิบัติกิจกรรมที่ 7.2.2 ในแผ่นที่ 3 ต่อไปค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ